For 3 standard cycles, the Visari mining ship Trinvalis drifted in silence near the gravity well of a collapsing red dwarf. Their reactor had failed mid-jump, life support was running on backup batteries, and the crew, once proud representatives of the Sonari Trade Alliance, was now surviving on recycled air and ration hydration packs. Commander Selen Virox sat hunched over the console, eyes dull from exhaustion. Every 20 rotations, they broadcast a universal distress signal into the void, encoded in all known galactic languages. There had been no answer. Any response? Asked Science Officer Kelterin, voice raspier than usual from thinning oxygen. Selen shook her head. Nothing. No one's listening. We're a dead whisper. But then, just before the 71st cycle of silence, a signal blinked back. Not from an Alliance patrol. Not from a known Council fleet. The source ID was ... unrecognized. The dialect? Primitive? Old code? Raw? Analog burst. But it was clear. We heard you. Help is coming. Earth fleet. Silence fell in the command deck. Keltren blinked. Did they say Earth? A shudder passed through the crew. Whispers followed. One word Cologne Deathworlders. The planet called Earth had long been a ghost story in the wider galactic community. Designated Class 12 Deathworld, it was dismissed by most civilized species as an evolutionary mistake, hostile, unpredictable, full of apex predators and weather patterns that defied reason. Its dominant species, humans, had vanished from galactic diplomacy nearly a century ago after a brief, terrifying emergence into the interstellar stage. They arrived, observed, interacted, then disappeared. Some claimed humanity wiped itself out. Others swore they had merely gone quiet. But everyone agreed on one thing. You didn't contact Deathworlders, and you certainly didn't want them answering your distress call. Within hours, a vessel dropped from faster than light near the crippled Trinvalis. It didn't broadcast identification, didn't open diplomatic hails, didn't even announce its presence beyond the basic gravitational echo of its mass dot. It was massive, sleek, black, armored like a predator born in the void. Its hull bore no insignias, only the faded outline of a blue sphere wrapped in ancient laurel branches. A docking tube extended. No one on the Trinvalis moved. Are we letting them in? Whispered Kelterin. Selen hesitated. The choice wasn't really hers. The humans had already docked. The airlock cycled. Through the mist stepped a biped, 7 feet tall, clad in matte black exosuit armor. The visor retracted to reveal a face, pale, stubbled, expression unreadable. His eyes were calm, too calm. He looked around and spoke in unaccented galactic standard. You called. We answered. His name was Commander Mason Rourke. Earth Fleet Search and Rescue. The crew of the Trinvalis watched in stunned silence as Rourke and his squad offloaded supplies, stabilized the reactor core, ran oxygen through their filtration system, and sealed. 27 microfractures in the hull, all within 39 minutes. These systems are outdated, he muttered, reconfiguring their navigation console. You're lucky we intercepted the signal. Nobody listens to old wideband analog anymore. Why? Selen finally asked. Why would you help? He paused, then smiled faintly. Because you would have died, and we don't leave people behind. Not even aliens. They were towed out of the gravity well, repaired, fed . And then, before the crew could offer thanks, the Earth fleet ship began to detach. Wait, Kelton called out. Why did your kind vanish? Why disappear after your first contact century? Rourke paused in the airlock. His voice dropped. We didn't vanish. We watched, listened, saw what the Council did to struggling species. Watched them strip resources, manipulate governments, decide which races were ready for space travel. And, he smiled grimly, we decided we were better off without your politics. But we never stopped listening for cries for help. Then he looked straight at Selen. You called out into the dark. Be glad it was us who answered. The airlock hissed. The Earthship disappeared into warp dot when the Trinvalies finally reached Alliance space. The Council was in uproar. Deathworlders. Active, alive, and worse rescuing people. Many called it propaganda. Others panicked. But one message would remain, forever etched in the ship's come log. You called, we answered. Earth still listens.